Now, one of the answers, it seems to me, is a guaranteed annual income, a guaranteed minimum income for all people and for all families of our country.
Supporters call themselves the Yang Gang. They chant PowerPoint at his rallies and wear ball caps with MATH on the front for Make America Think Harder.
Please welcome Democratic candidate for president,
Andrew Yang.
Please welcome Andrew Yang.
Please join me in welcoming Andrew Yang to the stage.
What made you want to run for president?
So imagine being the guy who's getting medals from the White House for creating jobs around the country, realizing that your work is like pouring water into a bathtub that has a giant hole ripped in the bottom. I'm a parent. I've got two young boys who are 6 and 3, and I'm not going to bring them up in a country that's going to fall apart around them.
We need to evolve as fast as possible. I'm running for president because I'm focused on solving the problem that got Donald Trump elected in the first place in 2016.
The reason he is our president today is that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs.
We started with millions of manufacturing jobs, and now we're going to do the same thing to millions of retail jobs, call center jobs, fast food jobs. We're in the midst of the greatest economic and technological transformation in the history of the world. What experts are calling the fourth industrial revolution. The fourth industrial revolution. The stuff that got Donald Trump into office is just going to accelerate. Capitalism right now, it's become this winner-take-all economy. If we continue just to see ourselves as inputs into the giant capital efficiency machine, we lose. We need to make this economy work for us. Because if the economy doesn't work for us, what's the point? Instead of using GDP and capital efficiency, we should be using things like how our kids are doing, our own mental health and freedom from substance abuse, average income and affordability, clean air and clean water, and then use those as the actual measurements of economic progress. The slogan for my campaign is humanity first. We're all human beings, we all have equal value, and we need to start acting like that.
Yeah. Democratic presidential candidate Andrew Yang wants to change the way we think as a society.
He's put some ideas on the table that most politicians have not wanted to talk about.
He's really been campaigning on a platform of ideas.
The only person talking about all these creative solutions.
You actually thought you could get somewhere with this.
Well, I was apparently correct.
Let me introduce to you the next president of the United States, Andrew Yang!
So my ask for you all tonight is for you to take this new vision of the economy, this trickle-up economy, this human-centered economy, this vision, and make it yours. Yang does beat Trump. It's like a game of rock, paper, scissors. And if Donald Trump's the scissors, I'm the fucking rock. I think America is ready for a different kind of president who's more about substance than form. I'm not a politician. I'm not someone who's been rattling around Washington for years or decades. Most Americans don't think that career politicians are going to solve our problems. And I think those problems are accelerating and getting more and more serious.
Right.
I'm also a parent. And when you have kids, you also have a different perspective where you think, okay, how am I going to leave the country or the world in a condition that I'd be proud to leave to my kids? And right now, I'm not excited about the world we're leaving to our kids. I mean, our life expectancy has declined for the last 3 years due to a surge in drug overdoses and suicides. 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. 57% say they can't afford an unexpected $500 bill. And so people are looking around and saying, wait a minute, if GDP's at a record high, why do things feel so lousy? How can you say an economy is healthy when our people are dying? If you say, oh, someone else will take care of this, that almost never works. So I decided I could make a contribution. So I came to Washington, D.C., and I said, what are we going to do? This official said to me, Andrew, you're in the wrong town. No one in this town is going to do anything about the problems that you described because this town is a town of followers, not leaders. And the only way for us to do something about it is if you bring a wave crashing down on our heads. I looked at that and I thought these words, challenge fucking accepted. We talk about it like Donald Trump is the cause of all of our problems. He is not. He is a symptom. He is a manifestation. We are going through the greatest economic transformation in our country's history. I'm the son of immigrants myself, and if you go to a factory here in Michigan, you will not find wall-to-wall immigrants. You will find wall-to-wall robots and machines. Immigrants are being scapegoated for issues they have nothing to do with in our economy. And what we did to the manufacturing jobs, we will now do to the retail jobs, the call center jobs, the fast food jobs, the truck driving jobs, and on through the economy. Raise your hand in the crowd if you've seen stores closing where you live. It is not just you. Amazon is closing 30% of America's stores and malls and paying zero in taxes. In a country that is tearing itself apart with people turning on each other, this is the mindset of scarcity that is sweeping our country. We have to make big choices right now as a country. And we have to start evolving and advancing in terms of the way we see our economy and our role within it. What we have to do is we have to focus on fixing the system that is distorting and dehumanizing. I'm running for president because I'm an American and I'm a parent, and I can see the country we will leave to our children, and it is not something that I'm willing to accept.
The only thing I worry about is that some total unknown that nobody ever heard of comes along.
And so he would be someone to watch because there's still time for an outlier to kind of rise up.
And the guy just has solution after solution after solution.
There is something compelling about a guy that just seems to have played by the rules and done everything right and believes in math and believes in science.
You make sense to me, and you can fix stuff that's happening in the towns that I see every day. I'm going to listen to what you have to say. Pay attention to this kid's plan.
I have done the math. It's not left. It's not right. It's forward. And that is how we're going to beat Donald Trump in 2020.